you have a stop sign? Oh, yeah. Right? We're going to do both.
All right, gather in here.
Right behind you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Everybody hold a sign. Greg and Mark, why don't you come up on either side of Jason here? Tara, stay close by. Mark, introduce. Mark, you be ready. I'm gonna have you introduce yourself first. Jason, just get us going. Introduce yourself like we talked about. Just tell us why we're here and what are the demands.
My name is Jason Schack. I went to grammar school at LA Libre and attended their parish. I'm here today to get this street sign behind me that's removed and taken down. Should not be allowing sexual predators to have this much power over the people they abused. I'm here to share my truth, to share my story, to empower others, and get this street sign removed.
What's the significance of Msgr Fanelli in your life, Jason?
I can't hear you.
What brings us here today, Jason?
The street sign behind me represents everything evil in this world. It represents the horror that I endured as a child. It represents the horror that my father endured as a child. And it represents the horror that others have endured because of this person. And we're here today to get this, to petition this, the town of West New York, the mayor, the commissioners to remove this sign and take it down completely. And start honoring the victims, not honoring the predators.
We've got a lot of people here with you today. Let's introduce a couple of them, or let them introduce themselves.
I'm Mark Crawford, the New Jersey State Director of SNAP, the Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests. I'm here today to support this courageous man in this long, long time of suffering. And it's time to return the shame and guilt and blame back where it belongs. Never should we be honoring a known sexual predator by having his name up on this street sign. And we're here to support Jason.
Thank you.
Call for the local officials to remove that sign immediately. And for our Cardinal Tobin here in the Newark Archdiocese to also support the removal of that sign and to add his name to the list of known clergy abusers from the Archdiocese of Newark. No longer should we stand and have to raise our voices for the truth they have long promised, right? And we're here to support Jason today and every day, and all victims who find their voice and seek justice.
Greg Gianforcaro.
I'm Greg Gianforcaro. I work with Jeff Anderson and Rita Gribko and Trusha Goff, who will introduce themselves in a minute, but I'm here to support Jason. This is a horrible thing. The fact that a street is named after a pedophile priest, and what's really upsetting is that I was with Mark Crawford when the Archdiocese and the other 4 dioceses in New Jersey released the list of 188 priests. Those have been accused credibly. And he's on a credibly accused list, but he's not on that list. And this is a horrific situation, and it just is one other example of the church not being open and transparent like they claim they are. And if they really want to do what's right here. Help Jason remove this name.
Jason, if there's somebody out here watching this who's in the same spot you were a few weeks ago, wondering if you should come forward, and the same spot you were for decades, what do you have to say to that person?
That I'm standing here in honor of you, not just myself and my dad. I'm here to help. I'm here to help your story come forward, as well as mine, and as well as so many others that need to be shared. The truth needs to come out. It's time to start taking our power back and not allowing this person to have power over us anymore. It's time to share the truth, share our stories, and empower one another, help each other.
Jason, what do you have to say to the people who are the leaders of that church behind us?
It's reprehensible what happened in that church for decades, decades upon decades of a known pedophile being in charge of that church. The Catholic Church taking that power and sweeping it under the rug. It's absolutely horrible and horrific what I went through as a child, and I can just imagine all the other victims that haven't come forward yet and what their stories are. I want to say to the church leaders, shame on you. Shame on the Archdiocese of Newark. Shame on the cardinals. Shame on the archbishops that have been in charge. You knew full well what was going on in this school, and you allowed this to happen. You're just as accountable as the priest is.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
We know Jason is not Msgr Fanelli's only victim. How is it that that name can remain above that signpost? It sends the wrong message that this is a man in good standing. This is a known predator who should not be honored. And to act as if they don't know it is dead wrong. The name needs to be removed from that signpost. We should not be honoring those who have harmed, abused multiple children, not just Jason. And it's time to take action.
Fred, would you like to speak at all? Come close.
Come on up here, Fred.
I'm here to help Jason realize that he's not alone. In this country, 1 out of 4 girls will be raped or molested before the age of 18, and 1 out of 5 boys. This has to stop.
Fred, I've met you enough to know that you are the epitome of strength in numbers, and that connection that people bring to each other, and that support. You could stand right next to Jason, and just what kind of advice do you have for him on his first day out here doing something this brave?
Never give up, and we're proud of you.
Thank you.
For standing up.
Thank you.
Never give up. And just remember, 1 out of 4 girls, 1 out of 5 boys, and you're not alone.
Thank you.
So that said, we would like to call on anyone who has been abused by any member of the clergy, or who may know others who were abused, and no longer remain silent. It is time. It is time to stop the systemic abuse of children by known sexual predators, whether they be within the clergy, scouting, coaches. It's time. And it'll only happen when victims find their voice. Here in New Jersey, there's a very narrow window left. Come forward. Do not wait. Time is running out.
Mark, what is the deadline on that window?
It is the end of this month, November 30th. Right now, any adult or child who was abused has recourse within our civil justice system. If they come forward now, there's no time to waste. Do not find your voice. Do not wait. There's no longer any time, and it's important. You'll perhaps forever wonder and may perhaps regret not coming forward. Find your voice. Come forward. Get help. Heal. That's the most important thing. Know you're not alone. We're here to support you, but please come forward.
Jason, while we're still live, anything else you'd like to say, and then also describe where we're going to go after this and what our intentions are.
I just want everybody to know that you are not alone. For 40 years, I thought I was alone. I had nobody to turn to, nobody to talk to. There is support, there is hope, there is light, and your truth needs to be told. I'm here to stand with you when you're ready to share your truth. I will not turn away, I will not back down, and I'm here to help. I'm here to help with your healing as well. And I stand firm with my conviction of what needs to be done here today, starting with the removal of this street sign. And we're going to go over to the church and to the school parking lot and share a little bit about what else we're going to be doing today.
Let's go.
Good.
We should maybe leave a couple of those signs right by the street sign
Yeah, and that,
where everybody can see them. Do we have something we can tape them to the post with?
that's one thing I didn't bring was tape.
We got it.
Okay, good. Yeah, it should be. I would have brought a stepladder and taped it right over the
We were
Jason, do
thinking
you
of
want to
that.
tape
If
a
somebody
sign
wants to
directly?
climb up on
Absolutely.
the
pole.
Do I have
Somebody
to? I
wants-
don't have to
Oh,
look
the
at the
dog
sign, do I?
I'm telling you, just got to tape it on.
Yeah, we can do it.
we got some tape.
Yeah, and then we got to get a picture.
Here, just hold this.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, be careful.
Here, somebody hold that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. And you here's a sign, right? You need tape first. Go ahead.
Let's tape over his name first.
Yeah.
Tape over his name? I
Yes.
can't reach it.
Yeah. No. Just tape the sign up there. We don't want them accusing us of defacing
Okay.
city. Yeah, we're not defacing. I agree.
I think the defacing.
Yeah,
They
just
can
put
just
like
take the
put
tape
this
off.
on the
Right,
in the
you're
middle
right.
of the sign,
Right. Yes.
like just
Like double-sided. Yes. Yeah.
right in the middle.
The other way. Here, let me. We need to do it. Here, can I have a piece?
Yeah.
Jason? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. This is what we need to do. This way, there you go. Okay. Now, all right. Here's one. I don't know if it'll stay there.
Give me like one long piece.
Yeah.
Hold that.
Yep. You got it.
Longer or
Yeah,
shorter?
here it is. He's on this side. Let me pass it to him over there. Yeah, so you can go around the pole, right, and touch
Yeah,
both sides.
exactly.
You know, around the back of the pole. and-
There we go.
It'll give it some stability from the wind.
Did you say you have?
Yeah, put that
No,
on
no, in the
of
back.
sign.
Yeah, in the back of the sign.
Here, give me a long piece.
Yeah.
Alan, just hold that.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah,
this
yeah.
thing.
I
Alan,
got it.
just put this one right on the back. Exactly. That'll keep it there. Good. Now let's put one facing the other direction on the other side.
See that?
Yeah, that's not the way. I thought you said that. Yeah.
Give him a touch.
Yeah, and tape those two together.
Okay, he's right here in between the two from the back of one to the back of the other should help keep it
Yeah,
up.
the post in the middle.
Yeah, I know. I'm just piecing it out.
Yep, just like that.
Go ahead and
Hey, Jason,
put a bend
by
in the
the way,
middle of them.
You know what I found out?
Perfect.
I know where he's buried.
Yeah.
We should leave a note on this.
One
another
piece
one
on
for
the other side.
Whenever you're ready, we'll go do that if you want to do that. We'll put it right on his headstone.
Can I tie it to here?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maybe right around the put it,
As long as the neighbor don't mind. Oh, don't worry. How's that? There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. All right, Jason, you got a bunch of rebels with you.
Yeah.
You got it?
If I was able to have the strength to look at the sign, I would have done it myself, but I can't right now.
Yeah, just nod it. That's it. There you go. And I take the bottom.
Jason, anything you have to say to the idea you got a bunch of people here with you on this walk with you?
Never in a million years that I think I would have this much support. For many years, I felt like I had no voice. I felt like I was walking alone. It's empowering. It gives me strength to know that there's people, not just myself, but others that are here to support, to be here. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart that you all are here to support this effort. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Should we go deliver those letters?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I don't know.
The survivors in New Jersey do have the right to come forward anonymously. They be pled as a doe. They do not have to use their real names, so their privacy and identity would be protected. Jason has chosen to use his name, and we are very grateful to him for his strength and courage. His strength and courage has been remarkable. We're honored to be on this journey with him and privileged to stand beside him. But at the same time, we're also privileged and honored to stand beside survivors who opt to keep their identity to themselves and not use their real names. Those survivors have strength and courage as well, and what we hope for them is that by Jason and other survivors, Jason and Fred who are here today, we are very hopeful that that message will come through to other survivors who are suffering alone and in silence today, who feel like they have nowhere to turn. And by seeing this today, we are hopeful that those survivors who are alone, in silence, in the dark, are ready to shed some light on their truth, whether it's by using their name or using a pseudonym and protecting their identity. Because now is the time. You have until November 30th, but we are thankful to every survivor of child sexual abuse. We are thankful, and we are beyond grateful for their strength and courage.
What Rita said is perfect. I would only add that while the law permits the survivor to come out confidentially, and they have that right, the abuser does not have that right. And so we need to know who the abusers out there are And the only way to know that is for the survivor to come forward, and to come forward confidentially. You do not have to disclose your name, but we can't get justice and right these wrongs if we don't know who all the abusers are. So please, we would encourage everyone to come out. Like Rita said, you can come out confidentially, but we have to know who the abusers are. And if it weren't for the strength of Jason today, we might not have this name as a known abuser, but we do because he's come out. So we hope that everybody does come out, but like Rita said, time is drawing close. November 30th is right around the corner. It's time. Come out now. Thank you.
Why don't you say the significance of November 30th about the window,
Oh yeah. All right. Thanks.
about the New Jersey legislature?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Here, I'll take it.
In May 13th, 2019, the governor of the state of New Jersey Governor Murphy signed legislation which opened up the statute of limitations for any victim, adult or minor, who was sexually abused within this state. The window started, it created a 2-year window. The window started December 1st, 2019, and it closes November 30th, 2021. So if you don't come out before November 30th, then you may not be able to have your lawsuit filed, and you may not be able to be heard. So it is so important, because this date, November 30th, is when the window closes. So anyone who wishes to come out, who was sexually abused, adult or child, has to come out by November 30th.
Should we do this?
I'm ready.
We'll follow you. All right, everybody walk with Jason.